Good morning, all my dear students of class 5. As you people can see, that today we are going to start a new lesson, aquatic life. Actually, in the last class of EVS class 5, I have already started the new lesson. I've given an introduction and given and explained some points from aquatic life. So, aquatic life is all about the life or the species, whether it's plant species or different animal species. The lesson is all about the different kind of species in the water. So let us start what we have done in the last class. Let me give you a quick revision first. So as you can see in the picture, conversation is going on between a mother and her child. So what is the conversation? Mama, which plants are those and why are they being removed? So the boy is asking by locating a particular plant species. He is asking about this plant to her mother. And what his mother is telling him, Kabir, those are weeds. They are being removed because they are harmful to plants that live in water. Again, the boy is asking his mother that how can plants live underwater? While most plants can grow, most plants grows on land, many others can grow in water. So let us go through it. We will understand about the aquatic plants and various organisms. So about aquatic plants, as I have already told you in the last class, so aquatic plants are of four types: free floating plants, rooted floating plants, submerged plant, and emergent plant. So about floating plants, what the free floating plant I told you in the last class about free floating plant. Plants that float freely in water or on the surface of water are called free floating plants. The presence of spongy, air-filled parts makes them light and help them to float easily. Their roots are not fixed to the soil and can absorb all nutrients from water itself. They also provide shades to animals living in water. Duckweeds, water fern, pistia, or water lettuce and water hyacinth are free floating plants. So, as you can see in the right hand side of your picture, a beautiful example of water hyacinth is given, which is a good example of free floating plant. The next picture about it is the topic is about rooted floating plant. So, what is rooted floating plant? The roots of some plants are fixed in the soil, but their leaves float on the surface of water. The stems are hollow and supple, which help them to move with the water current and protect the plant from damage. Their leaves are flat and broad. Lotuses and water lilies are examples of rooted floating plants. So, what is written about rooted floating plants? That the roots of some plants are fixed in the soil, but their leaves float on the surface of the water. The stems are hollow and supple, which help them to move with the water current and protect the plant from damage. And their leaves are flat and broad. Lotuses and water lilies are some of the examples of rooted floating plants. So here is an example of rooted floating plant, which is lotus, which is very much common for us. Now next one is submerged plants. Now what are submerged plants? This is the new topic which I am going to discuss in this lesson, in this class. Submerged plant grows underwater and their roots are fixed in the soil. They have narrow needles-like leaves that allows the water currents to float through them without causing damage to the leaves. They absorb carbon dioxide and keep the water clean. Tap grass or Vallisneria, hydrilla, and eelgrass are submerged plants. So here is a beautiful example of hydrilla, which is a submerged plant. So what are submerged plants? Submerged plants are the plants which grow inside the water, underwater, and their roots are also fixed to the soil. They have narrow needle-like leaves that allow the water current to flow them without damaging the leaves or the plant. And they absorb a lot of carbon dioxide, due to which it keeps the water clean as well. Some of the examples of submerged plants are tapgrass or Vallisneria, hydrilla, and eelgrasses. Next in this topic we will learn newly about emergent plant. Now what are emergent plant? Emergent aquatic plants grow along the banks of ponds or lakes or in shallow and marshy areas. They have long narrow leaves that extend out of the water while the lower parts of these plants remains underwater. The narrow leaves help them to bend easily and prevent them from breaking when there is strong wind or waves. Bulrush and arum lily are emergent plants. So what it is written about emergent plant? Emergent plant grows basically on the along the bank of ponds or lakes or in shallow and marshy areas. They have long narrow leaves. It means the leaves are very long and they extend out of the water. It's extend out of the water as well. While the lower part of this plant remains underwater. The lower part of the plant means the root is always under the water. The narrow leaves help them to bend easily and prevent them from breaking, and they're quite flexible when there is strong wind or waves. Bulrush, some of the examples of emergent plants are bulrush and arum lily are emergent plant. So here's a beautiful picture, as you can see in the right hand side of the picture, a beautiful example of emergent plants, so bulrush plant. Okay. Now here about weeds are written. Now, what are weeds? Weeds are aquatic plants that grow rapidly and often cover the surface of water bodies, thus preventing sunlight from reaching the plants underwater. Weeds absorb nutrients from water and are also a major cause of pollution and foul smell in water bodies. Therefore, it is necessary to check and control the growth. So, as we people have realized that uh, while in the water body some sort of foul smell and stinky smell and lots of pollution were there. The reason is weeds. Weeds absorb nutrients from water and are also a major cause of pollution and foul smell in the water bodies. So with this, I'm ending this class here. In the next class, we will learn various few important topics from the lesson, such as about aquatic animals, semi-aquatic animals, amphibians, marine animals, freshwater animals, aquatic animals, and adaptation in aquatic animals, as well as stagnant water, and many more diseases uh, which emerge from stagnant water. So in this class, I'm ending this class here. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care.